Hello viewers and welcome to Idea Dream Home Season 4. Many houses explored, many more to be explored. The journey continues, and in the journey we have with us our eminent panel of judges. Let's welcome them. We have with us architect Ruben D. Koshi from Studio 5, Trivandrum. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
We also have with us architect Maya Gomez from Gomez & Associate, Trivandrum. Welcome to the show, ma'am. We also have with us architect Saiju Mohammed from Insight Architects, Trivandrum. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
Meera, as the journey continues, you have been traveling and you're going to a new location today as well. Take us to the contestant house, please.
Hi my dear friends, well yes, today a new entry finds place in our list of contestants. Well yes, Nandanam from Kozhikode, to be precise, at Atholi is our next strong competitor. A 2057 square footage house built on 30-cent site, two-storied building with 4 bedrooms. This residence belongs to Sri Sunil and Srimati Sinita. Well my dear friends, our mission is about to begin. Let's get started. Nandanam for you. Well, the elevation looks spectacular. I'm sure it must be reminding you of the colonial architecture. Well, predominantly I can find colonial structures here. Be it the windows or the doors. The windows are long enough, so typical of colonial style. And the door again is very, very simple to look at. Simple but elegant, I should say. You do have louvers on the door, but the louvers are fixed louvers. So that gives a different feel. Plus, of course, the flooring. The flooring is made of, ceramic tiles. Plus, the roofing again, the roofing is with terracotta, and yes, moreover, you also have a small area that is for you to walk through the, area and enter into the house, and that area looks quite different, I must say, like, with stones and with a little bit of grass here and there. So on the whole, I would say looks very, very pleasant outside. I'm sure it's going to look very pleasant inside also, but for that, you have to stay with me as usual. Well, this is the living space of the house. Well, one thing I have to tell you, immediately when I step into the house, your attitude goes into a different direction, I should say. You become more optimistic. That's what I felt. It has got a very good soft tone throughout. Be it the curtains, white curtains have been used, and the ceramic tiles again, a light color can be seen here. Plus the cornice work there, that again reminds us of the colonial style. Plus, of course, typical of the living space, adjoining the living space is the dining space, and there's the stairs, and of course there are 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs. But before I wind up, there is something even more special in this particular space. I'm talking about the sofas. It's very typical of the living space to have sofas, but this sofa is indeed special. One thing, of course, the color tone. I told you soft tones have been used. It's not just that, the material being used is jute. Yes, you heard it right. Jute material has been used for sofas. Well, I would say, you know what, these days people are picking up the go green attitude, I guess. Good job. Getting back to the dining space as such, this arena connects you to every other part of this house, be it the 2 bedrooms downstairs or the upstairs or the kitchen. Well, not only that, this dining area looks to the outdoors through 2 large windows and a long door. So the door actually opens to the backyard, bringing in enough and more of sunlight and breeze. Not only that, the back door and the front door are in one straight line. So I would say this area is airy and well lit, both naturally. Well, indeed, we are right now in the master bedroom of the house. Well, this particular space is simple but charming. Well, coming to the area, coming to the traits of this particular space, I would say the walls have been embellished with a few photographs. But the photographs, or rather paintings, look very, very pretty on the wall. And you know, quite interestingly, even on the walls, I can find a picture that I find when I look through the windows. What I mean to say is that a rustic picture, you know, all related to the, village area. So that again looks very, very pretty. Typical of a bedroom, you can find king size cot, wardrobe area made with wood, plus the dressing table, and as usual there's also an attached toilet to the bedroom. Well, yes, I am finally on the upper floor of the house. Well, before talking about the upper floor, I'm sure I have to mention about the stairs. I already told you right in the beginning that there are a few items here, like the old vessels that were seen in the dining space. I can also find the rail, the handrail of the stairs, very, very different to look at. It looks like an antique piece, but actually it is not. It is this rod that we use for cementing. The same rods have been, put into different shapes and have been given an antique touch. Quite a cost-effective method, but very, very impressive to look at, I must say. And on the upper floor, you've got a bedroom, a private living area, come a TV viewing space, bedroom here, private living space there, and straight opposite to me is another glass door. The glass door will take you to the outside. Yes, the balcony space is right there, and this is quite a good surrounding, with lots of trees, clusters of trees. So definitely the balcony will give you a very good sight. All in all, I would say thumbs up to the upper space. Alright, all set to take you to the kitchen of the house. Well, this particular kitchen does not actually look like a kitchen from the outside. It's like a pretty glass house inside a house. That's how it looks. Because throughout the kitchen I can find glass work. Usually the kitchens will remain very closed and isolated, but this kitchen is definitely not so. The glasses help people to look into the kitchen, and even those who are cooking from the kitchen can take a good look at what's happening in the other spaces of the house. This kitchen also takes you to a small work area, and that work area doubles up as a traditional kitchen as well. There's also a provision for adupa. So that area, and you have a back door here. I remember telling you this when I was talking about the dining space. Through this area you can enter the adupa kitchen, or you can use the same kitchen itself. Through this kitchen you can get into the traditional kitchen. But overall what I feel is that a small simple kitchen, but that's very, very lively, a buzzy kitchen for you. Well, this indeed is a rough sketch of Nandanam for you. Yes, the residence of Sri Sunil and Srimati Sinita at Kozhikode. So I'm going to very quickly take you to our panel of judges. Oh, alright, you want to take a break? Definitely I'll give you a break, but promise me you'll get back very soon. Take a break and get back for judgment.
Ultima സൗജന്യ ബുക്ക്ലെറ്റിന് SMS ചെയ്യൂ Ultima 56161 ലേക്ക്.
കണ്ടില്ലേ നീല റൂഫുള്ള വലിയ വീടേ ഇല്ലെന്നാ നീല റൂഫ്
GA റൂഫിന്റെ കളർ എന്തായാലും അത് ക്രമേണ തുരുമ്പിച്ച് ബ്രൗൺ ആകും. എവർലാസ്റ്റ് കളേർഡ് അലുമിനിയം റൂഫിംഗ് ഷീറ്റുകൾ മാത്രം നൽകുന്നു ചന്തത്തിന് ചന്തം തുരുമ്പിക്കാതെ.
Your home is your life, and your sense of style gives life to it. Vibrant bed linen, pillows and covers, cushions and designer covers, elegant curtains, imported glassware and crockery, collectibles and decor, carpets and doormats, interior concepts and customized furniture. Casabella, Trivandrum. Express your sense and style.
Well, that was a very, very beautiful house. The name itself is so warm, Nandanam, the house from Kozhikode, resident of Mr. Sunil and Sinita. Let's hear it from the judges what they have to talk about this house. I just love the house. I'll start with Ruben sir. Ruben sir, the exteriors and landscaping for Nandanam.
I could notice in a very tight frame of the building, it looked beautiful. I mean, where you could only see the part of the lower roof and the open gable and the person standing in front, it looked beautiful. But when the whole picture came into the frame, that there's no voids on top. That vertical wall went too blank all the way. Either a void should have been there, or a balcony, or something should have been there to create that interest.
Right.
So I think what happens is it comes across as too strong and a little bit blunt, I mean, I might add. But actually, if you look at it, you come to the veranda, there are some nice details. I mean, I could see Corinthian columns and nice decorative cement architraves around the windows, and there's grooves. So there is a lot of detail in the ground floor, but I think the first floor should have either be inset a little bit behind, or a nice void should have been created in the massing for it to be a little more, to make a little more good
Stand
composition.
out.
Yeah. Then coming to the landscape, I don't really see any planned approach to a landscape, but I could see there are areas on two sides which could be further landscaped. And also I could see there was no provision for a porch. So in case a car would come, how would you integrate the walkway and the driveway and the landscape? It would pose a challenge, I think.
Ma'am, what did you feel about the exteriors and landscaping for Nandanam?
Well, obviously it's a very unassuming exterior. They've tried to keep it simple and possibly elegant, but I feel somewhere along the line there is a lack of character on the exterior of the house. So probably something to do with the proportions. That little gable end that you see above the staircase, the stairs that lead up to the porch, could have been a little larger, more defined. It would have given it a nicer aspect to the house. It's a very flat facade on the front. There's a very interesting curve for the steps that lead up to the porch. It's very welcoming and open. That's a nice touch. The landscaping obviously hasn't been worked on. It's probably still in a very nascent stage. So we'd like to see how it will come up in a few years' time. Probably it requires, you know, some more touches like a Tulasi Tara or a nice little temple tree or something else happening in the landscape.
Saiju sir, what did you feel about Nandanam and the landscape?
Yeah, and the first shot, when you see from outside, I can say that this is a symmetrical building which is well oriented. That is one of the good quality what I found in that. That orientation, I mean, they have tried, even though they haven't done the landscape, but they made this orientation line in physically on the floor, on the ground. Some part of proportion is missing, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So the landscape also, I have the same feeling as commended.
My man said?
As commended, yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, great. Moving on to the spatial planning. My ma'am, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on the spatial planning?
After the very unassuming exterior, the interiors come as quite a surprise because the spaces look well lit, well ventilated and rather nicely planned. I like the way the walls tuck in and out to create little alcoves, like you have that little dressing area in the bedroom upstairs. Even the living space is not just a rectangle, there are little tucks here and there. So that's very interesting, and you don't see that happening on the facade, so it's quite a surprise inside. I like the way the staircase is tucked away, it doesn't occupy too much space, it's very practical, very simple. The circulation spaces seem minimal, and the spaces seems very efficiently used. I like the way they've given glassed openings on interior walls between rooms, which creates a lot of openness in the whole house. And that effect is well seen in all the rooms, I think, especially in the kitchen.
Ruben sir, what's your take on the spatial planning for Nandanam?
Coming to the planning as such, like Maya was saying, it is definitely a nice warm change to the inside. You have nice colored glass on top of the doors and windows, filtering in different shades and hues of light, adding a lot of drama into the interior. I also agree it is a nice thing to actually add internal windows and doors to get that open, but I say take it one step further. Why don't you just keep it open? Because that kitchen in this situation is not really seen directly from the living room. So even if it was completely open, would have made a nice opening up of the kitchen, dining, and the flow of spaces would have been that much more.
The whole look would have changed. Then small things like, I think the visual that we saw regarding the bathroom, I mean, we could see that the dry areas like the wash is taken to the extreme end next to the shower. So a little bit of planning went a bit wrong there. So, but otherwise I think overall a very cute and a ranch style kind of planning and details in the interior. Moving on to the spatial planning, Saiju sir.
Yeah, like നമ്മൾ ഈ കണ്ട വിഷ്വൽസ് വെച്ചിട്ടാണെങ്കിൽ ഇത് കുറച്ച് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളതായിട്ട് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്. I mean like probably, and I mean from the visual I assume that the carport is immediately after the compound wall on the right hand side. So probably they might build it because there is a turn. There is a turn there in the in that pavement. So I think so, but since I have the same feeling as like Ruben suggested, but I infer one thing, that this client is particular about what they want. That if they don't want car porch, so they don't want it. They don't want it for the time being. So they are very specific about they are very particular about their need and requirement. That's what I infer.
Moving on to the interior elements itself, if I have to ask you first.
I can say that this is a cost-effective, genuine approach. Even highlights their own personal likings. So each of the things, I cannot say that all these things merge together well, but each of the things has its own beauty as as element, and they love it. I mean, we can see that each of the things they like it. They love that. They put it in. So I think I feel love everywhere in the interior. The liking everywhere, the personal liking everywhere interior. As in the exterior and the total approach, it is their personal liking and particular requirements and their barriers where to put. So it is reflected all over. So for example, like the curtainless
bedroom.
Curtainless windows. Even
in the bedroom they don't have.
In the bedroom, even in the bedroom, they don't use curtain in the bedroom. So there also, I think they are very specific. They don't want. They want light to come always from.
There's a privacy also. It's a
that's a half part is window, half part is wooden. So that's what I'm saying. They're very particular about what they want. Then the square lines of the windows are very good. It matches even with the exterior and from the interior. Then there are some ceiling features in the drawing room. That is again with the ferro cement. So as I said, that the cost-effective approach is very beautifully done there. And everything is their liking is expressed in the design. Their own personal likings. I'm not saying that it is refined or it is so going smooth or fluent, but still.
They just kept it very economical, but at the same
time,
used.
It's I think the owners love their home very well. That's what I feel.
I can see that definitely. The name itself is so warm.
No unwanted space also for them.
Completely agree with you, sir. Ma'am, what did you feel about the interiors?
There are a lot of very charming details in the interiors. I think all those little delicate ethnic detailing really adds a lovely touch to the house. The colored glass panels, the cornice detail, the little details on the wall, the borders and the edgings that they've given, the little metal detail that you see here and there. It's all done beautifully, and especially the glass is done very well. So I think that whole thing goes together well, giving it a very ethnic touch. I don't quite understand why things would be made to look like wood when they're not wood, but it does look nice here. It's done well. I wish it was wood, but it's not wood, so but it's still okay.
It's but what I liked about it is they've kept the color combination same. I think everywhere the wood color, wood or may not be wood, but it's same, right? Anywhere.
Except the furniture. The furniture tone different.
And it's a lovely touch that they have the jute furniture in the living room. It's a lovely set. And they also have built a little half wall so that they could accommodate that last sofa correctly in the space, So all those little touches definitely add a lot of interest. It's a nice fact that they've gone for a curtainless house, I feel, and they've given these double shutters so they can always keep the lower shutters closed.
Privacy is maintained.
Privacy is maintained, and it's really a very nice touch,
That's what you think about the interiors.
Yes.
Ruben sir?
There's a lot of charm, it's like a old world charm, or it reflects the family to a complete end, and that charm is, for example, I like the border tile in the living room, which has a two-tone color on both sides of it, giving it some kind of a homely and a very, very, again, charm. There's a lot of charm. I think it reflects on the people in the household, how the artifacts have been displayed, etc. So that is definitely there. Oru cottage kind of look with the exterior, outdoor, the charm. That's really going strong for this house.
I too agree with your comments on that. that brings us to the discussion on this special feature. Again, Ruben sir, what did you think is the special feature?
I think this is an instant one. I think I'll go with the charm.
Okay, so Maya ma'am, you have definitely helped Ruben sir find that right word, charm.
For me, it would be the detailing in the interiors. I think all the little delicate detailing and the ethnic touches is what I find to be the special feature in this particular house.
All right, the charm and the detailing. Sajid sir.
I think അവരുടെ ഒരുപാട് ഇഷ്ടങ്ങളെ ഓരോരുത്തായിട്ട് പതുക്കെ പതുക്കെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന രീതിക്കാണ് ഇന്റീരിയർ. So I think that attitude, I think their courageous attitude to limit their requirements, to meet their requirements and to treat it with their own personal likings, charm, ishtangle.
Very honest approach.
Yeah, very honest approach.
Okay. So the honest approach, the detailing and definitely the charm. That is what has excited our judges. Yes, Nandanam, you have excited our judges in various aspects. Before we move on to the scoring for the contestant house, let's go for a very short commercial break and be right back with the discussion.
സൗജന്യ ബുക്ക്ലെറ്റിന് SMS ചെയ്യൂ അൾട്ടിമ 56161 ലേക്ക്.
Your home is your life, and your sense of style gives life to it. Vibrant bed linen, pillows and covers, cushions and designer covers, elegant curtains, imported glassware and crockery, collectibles and decor, carpets and doormats, interior concepts and customized furniture. Casabella, Trivandrum. Express your sense and style.
Welcome back to Idea Dream Home Season 4. We are ready with the scores for the house Nandanam. Let's start with Ruben sir and see what he has to score the charming house Nandanam. What's your score for the house, sir? For exteriors and landscaping.
Exterior and landscaping, it is 21.
21 out of 30. Not a bad score. My man?
It's 20 for me.
20. All right. Sajid?
I'm with her 20.
20.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the spatial planning, I will start with Ruben sir itself.
21 again.
21 again. My man, are you near that?
I've given it a 24.
24. Sajid sir?
This time it is 22.
22. In between.
Yeah.
All right. Interiors, sir?
Interior 22.
22 again. Maya ma'am?
It's a 24 for me.
The detailing again, I know.
Yes.
Sajid sir, for you?
This time with Ruben 22.
22.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the charming factor, the detailing and the attitude, let's see what is the score for this special feature. Ruben sir, for you?
6 for the charm.
6 for the charm, and for the detailing, ma'am?
It's a 5.
It's a 5 for the detailing. And for the attitude?
I can't give nothing less than 7 for the honest attitude.
Now let's hear what is the total score out of 100 from each of the judges for the house Nandanam. I'll start with Ruben sir.
My total is 70.
70 out of 100. Out of 100, what are